Good evening and welcome to the regular city council meeting. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2026, and it is 7 p.m. Regular meetings are generally held on the first and third Tuesday of each month in city council chambers here at the City Hall. City Clerk, please call roll.
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Genoway,
Here.
Councilmember Winstead,
Present.
Councilmember Otto,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Jennings,
Here.
Mayor Johns.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Now we'd like to invite James Wenger of the Grace Church to provide us this evening's invocation, followed by Boy Scout Pack 872 to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All rise.
All right, will you pray with me, please? Father in heaven, what an honor and privilege it is to come before you this evening. For you are the great God who rules over all creation and the one with whom we have to do. Truly, there is none like you in heaven above or on earth below. Father, I want to thank you for this beautiful city in which we live. Thank you for the way in which you have prospered this city, having blessed us and provided for us. I thank you that this is a safe city, free from so much of the crime and violence that plagues other places. For as your word says, unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. So thank you for watching over Laguna Niguel in the way you have, and please continue to do so. Father, in watching over this city, I would ask that you especially watch over our children. We know how vulnerable they are and how easy it is for them to be taken advantage of. So please protect them. Please keep them from all evil and from any who would seek to do them harm. Please keep them from embracing destructive ideologies, but help them to know the truth and love the truth. Please also bless them with friends that would be a good influence on them, friends who would encourage them to do what is right and to flee from that which is wrong, friends who would support them through the hard times and rejoice with them in the good times. Please also bless their parents and grant them the wisdom, patience, self-control, and love that is needed in order to raise our children well. Please encourage parents amidst the challenges of parenting. May they know that their labor is not in vain, but is a good work and one worth the effort. For those who are married, please bless also their marriages, protect their marriages. I pray that they would find great love and support in their relationship with their spouse. Father, with all that is going on in the world, I would also like to pray for peace. Peace in the Ukraine, that this horrible war that has caused so much pain and heartache and taken so much innocent life over these 5 years, that it would come to a swift end. I pray the same for the war in Iran, that this war would end and there would be peace. I pray for our country and our leaders, for President Trump, that he would have great wisdom so as to lead in a way that is honoring to you. May he and all our leaders at every level of government and in every branch of our government have wisdom and walk in the fear of the Lord, knowing they will one day give an account to you. And lastly, Father, I pray for our city council and our mayor. I thank you for them and for their service. May you help them and give them wisdom. May they work well together and always work for the well-being of the citizens of this city who elected them to serve in this capacity. So, Father, please bless this evening, and may your will be done, as your will is good and perfect in every way. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Cub Scout Pack 872 Color Guard advance. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Audience may be seated.
Thank you. Stay there and we'll come down and say hi to you guys. you, thank you. Well, good evening. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, thank you. Nice job, nice job, nice job. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. We're going to ask you your name, what school you go to, and what your favorite thing about scouting is, okay? We'll start here.
My name is Adam. I go to St. Anne School. My favorite thing about Scouts is going on the adventures. My name is Xander. I go to Archdana, and my favorite things about Scout is camping.
All right, thank you.
My name is Castor, and I go to St. Anne's. And my favorite thing about scouting is camping.
All right, it sounds like a winner for all of you guys. And would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Greg Taylor. I'm the Cub Master.
All right, thank you so much. Parents, if you'd like to come on down here for pictures, anybody else, come on down, we'll take pictures. All right, thank you. And okay, and who's going to release us? Oh, Adam, here you go, buddy.
Dismiss.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay, I don't think we have any presentations, so let's go on back up. Okay, thank you. We'll now move on to public comments. Any person wishing to address the City Council is asked to please complete and present a gold request to speak form. These forms are available on the counter near the entry door of the council chambers. Please be aware that the time limit will be 3 minutes for each person to speak. This is a time for members of the public to share comments with the City Council. The Brown Act does not allow the City Council to respond to speakers at the meeting. However, city staff will follow up and respond to questions or provide information needed. Speakers will be called in order of the request to speak forms. To allow equal time for speakers, minutes may not be given to another speaker. You may have another person read your written statement. City Clerk, are there any additional requests to speak forms?
No, Mayor.
Okay, we will ask Joan Tate-Yama to please come on up.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. I just want to take a minute of your time to ask about that you, as a group, look into our parking situation in our neighborhood. I know the HOA has been working with the city about parking quantities and how many vehicles are allowed. And, you know, I didn't think that was going to, I've been working on trying to get that street slowed down and not be such a safety hazard right in front of our house. And I just would want you guys to all make sure you see my latest second letter that I sent late this afternoon, and discuss it amongst yourselves and think about what it would be like if that was your neighborhood, where there are cars that are parked close to the intersection where you can't see out, on a curve, where there's a double yellow line. The cars are they're over 18 inches, at least 20 inches, because I measured the front of the car away from the curb. They force cars to go over the double yellow lines. In fact, this evening, before I came, I looked out my front window and I could see that curve. And 3 out of 4 cars went over that yellow line as they went around, because there's cars. It's just a habit. Everyone goes over the double yellow line, and it's just a hazard. So I know the city staff, that they'll come out with the sheriff. The sheriff called me. They explained what the the daylight law is, and I understand that, but it's line of sight is an issue, and there's other regulations. And I did ask if there was anything else, but the sheriff didn't really have any ideas, but something really should be done. I mean, I asked for the speed bumps when Weatherwood wanted a speed bump, and no, the street's too short. I asked for colored paint. Well, we can't paint every curb. I know you can't paint every curb, but it is a hazard, and there's actually 2 teenagers that are not driving yet in the cul-de-sac now. I mean, my kids learned to drive a long time ago when there weren't so many vehicles, but I don't even want to think about them pulling out into that intersection in front of my house, because it is a hazard. I watch people. I've been almost run over in the street because someone's speeding around that curve and they don't pay attention. And they yelled at me. And I'm 3 houses down in front of my neighbor who's a retired police. So he knows the parking regulations. I'm like, Harry, what do you think? And he's like, no, that's just wrong. They're crossing the double yellow line. I can see them from my house all the time. So I want you guys to think about it. I don't want just a survey of how many parking spots we want. I want a line of sight, safety, and a marked car is not going to catch people speeding and going over the double yellow line. Someone.
Thank you. City Clerk, are there any additional requests to speak?
There are none.
Okay, seeing there are none, public comments are now closed. We'll now move on to the consent calendar. Are there any items to be pulled from the consent calendar for questions or discussion by the council? Okay. City Clerk, are there any comments, public comments on the consent calendar?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. We will now move on to our discussion items.
Mayor, let's take a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar.
Sorry about that, you're correct. Is there a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar? We have a motion by Otto, a second by Winstead. Please vote. Got to get off that. Thank you. Motion carries. We will now move on to discussion items. Our first discussion item this evening is the recodification of the Laguna Niguel Municipal Code, Title VII updates. Assistant City Manager Martin, will you please introduce this item?
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. This evening, I'll be providing an update on Chapter 7 of the Comprehensive Municipal Code Update and Recodification Project. This project aims to complete a comprehensive update to the city's municipal code since it hasn't been updated since original adoption, resulting in a code that is inconsistent and outdated with current state law and actual city practices, as well as in meeting modern code formatting and editorial standards. To date, the city's contractor, American Legal Publishing, has completed a comprehensive technical, legal, and editorial analysis, and city staff has worked closely with the city attorney's office to further refine and revise areas of the code to most accurately reflect current city practices, organizational structure, and applicable state law. To review, throughout all titles of the Comprehensive Municipal Code, including Title VII tonight, there are 2 types of updates. The first type of updates are those considered to be non-substantive. Essentially, they're technical, administrative, or editorial, and do not alter any policy intent. They serve to professionalize the code. The second type of updates are somewhat subject-specific and are being classified as substantive because they're more targeted to the individual municipal code titles, ensuring consistency with laws and practices while removing unnecessary redundancies. These particular updates focus on clarity and consistency, and they do not represent a comprehensive policy rewrite. Title VII of the Municipal Code places focus on highways, right-of-way, and vehicles. The updates begin with the removal of bus shelter regulations, many of which are no longer relevant due to the current bus shelter replacement project, which will eventually result in the transition of shelters to city ownership and maintenance. Additionally, to protect the city financially when private road work takes place, surety bond requirements and warranty framework have now been included, as have restrictions on excavation in newly improved roadway areas. Also, references to the city traffic manual have been removed as it's outdated and no longer applicable, and reference to Orange County Public Works standard plans has been added to ensure consistency with current regional project standards, which is of importance to the city because we frequently have joint involvement with the county on local projects. As you'll see on this slide, outdated fixed dollar amounts and percentage cost caps are being removed to ensure that the financial amounts required actually fully recover costs and are not supplemented. Here, we also increase the requirement for resurfacing by other agencies or private entities to assure that patchwork repairs are prevented, further assuring the city's roadway integrity and pavement management index. Language updates also include correct references to the California standard specifications, while also allowing automatic updates as such standards change throughout the course of time. Updates to the sections here include definition alignment with the state's statutory definitions and language being added to delegate street closures for events to the city manager, such as closures for the holiday parade and the Sea Country Festival. Updates also provide for greater improved neighborhood conditions related to recreation vehicles and large vehicle parking in the city, while also clarifying and placing further restriction on overnight parking while still maintaining practical exceptions. And finally, here you see updates related to editorial formatting and citation correction, and the addition and alignment of various terms and definitions to match the California Vehicle Code, resulting in greater consistency and enforcement authority by public safety personnel. This concludes tonight's Title VII updates, which serve to provide clarity, consistency, and alignment with both current law and city practices. I hope that you found this update to be informative. And before I end my presentation, I want to provide a snapshot of the remaining titles. We will be reviewing Title VIII, Building Regulations, which is scheduled for April 21st. With this, we remain on schedule for full recodification of the Laguna Niguel Municipal Code in August. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions? Okay, you have a question? No question. Oh, I thought you said, okay. I will now open public comment. City Clerk, are there any public comments on this item?
No, Mayor, there are none.
Thank you. Seeing there are none, public comments are now closed. I will now take any final discussion from the City Council. Thank you. This concludes our discussion. No additional action will be taken on this item. Our final discussion item this evening is the 2026 Laguna Niguel Strategic Plan Update. City Manager Letourneau, will you please introduce this item?
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. It's a pleasure to present to you this evening our 2026 strategic plan, our 7th strategic plan for the City of Laguna Niguel. Before I present the details of our plan for this year, I'd like to share the city's mission, vision, and values that were established in the first strategic plan that was adopted in 2019. Our mission statement is, the City of Laguna Niguel is committed to providing a vibrant quality of life for all residents, businesses, and visitors in a safe, beautiful, and involved community. Our vision statement is, the City of Laguna Niguel is dedicated to preserving a safe, flourishing, and community-oriented environment through thoughtful engagement, financial responsibility, and a commitment to innovation. The values that we live by every day are integrity, excellence, innovation, security, quality, and service. Before we talk about the goals for the future, I believe it's equally important to celebrate our successes over the past year. This is an infographic that represents the 2025 accomplishments. A detailed accomplishments list can be found in attachment A of your staff report. I'd just like to highlight a few of the accomplishments for the last year. We completed a comprehensive update of our general plan. We ended the year, fiscal year 24-25, with a general fund surplus of $2.8 million. We adopted the city's active transportation plan, completed the residential annual resurfacing program for zones 5 and 6. We updated the facility use policy and fees for the Crown Valley Community Center. We updated the city's records retention policy and schedule. And we led a wildfire tabletop exercise with surrounding agencies to improve evacuation planning and coordination. Those are just a few examples of thousands of accomplishments in 2025. I want to thank each of you, Mayor and City Council, for your leadership, your support, and your trust that you place in us. I also want to thank every single member of our organization for the outstanding work that they do every single day to achieve these amazing accomplishments. We have such an amazing city team, and I'm so incredibly grateful and proud of their hard work. Our goals remain the same, which are public safety, fiscal sustainability, open space and environmental preservation, infrastructure and technology, economic and community development, communication, and community outreach. Attachment B of your staff report is the detailed strategic plan that shows each goal and the strategies that will accomplish to achieve those goals. I'm just going to highlight a few in each category. For goal number 1, public safety, strategies include items such as enhancing our human services programs and initiatives, cultivating and enhancing the neighborhood watch and business watch programs, and obtaining fire risk reduction designation for the city. For goal number 2, fiscal sustainability, strategies include such things as maximizing our return on city investments, implementation of citywide electronic contract management and procurement software, and conducting a utility and franchise audit. Some examples of strategies for goal number 3, open space and environmental preservation, are completing the defensible space and vegetation management study, enhancing trail education, completing the habitat restoration project at Chaparosa Park, and identifying Oso Creek open space enhancements. For goal number 4, infrastructure and technology, some of the strategies include completing the following: an energy efficiency evaluation, citywide bus shelter improvements, permanent repairs to La Paz Road, and an IT infrastructure assessment. Several strategies for goal number 5 for economic and community development include completing a comprehensive municipal code update, as we heard we're in the process of that tonight, continuing the implementation of our approved and certified housing element, implementation of the city's comprehensive general plan update, and development of a marketing plan for the Olympics. Goal number 6, communication and community outreach, includes the strategies such as the utilization of new and existing technology to expand our community outreach, utilizing data analysis to curate our citywide messaging, and updating the cable channel programming to enhance the viewing experience. That concludes the presentation. We're so proud and excited to implement this plan, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you. I know how hard your staff works on, and you work on this, and we truly appreciate it. And this is our guiding light for every year, so thank you so much. Are there any questions from the council? No? No? Okay, great. I'll now open public comments. City Clerk, are there any public comments on this item?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Seeing there are none, I now close public comments. I will now take any discussion from the council. Councilmember Genoway.
Well, thank you very much for that summary, City Manager Letourneau. One of my favorite parts of doing this exercise every year with the strategic plan update is that graphic that you and our staff create, taking inventory of all the accomplishments we've had over the previous year. And that's truly impressive, especially when you look at how many other cities around the county are struggling in certain regards. We have once again shown that Laguna Niguel is a model city, and very proud to be part of this team. So many great things in our strategic plan this year, as you outlined. And I know we're coming off a high from so many Olympic victories a few weeks ago. It's really cool that we get to really lean into that and see if we can capture some of that economic revenue that will be here in 2028. I know some of the cities that have sports complexes are welcoming some countries and hosting some countries in their city. Well, we don't have a giant sports complex like that, but we can certainly be good hosts to all the visitors who are going to be coming to our corner of the world in 2 years. So I really appreciate all the work we're doing, and keep it up. Thanks.
Councilmember, Mayor Pro Tem Jennings.
Thank you so much. Tonight's adoption of the 2026 Strategic Plan update represents more than a document. It reflects our shared vision for the future of Laguna Niguel and our continued commitment to the residents we serve. Before looking ahead, I want to take a moment to recognize how much we accomplished together in 2025. City Manager Letourneau already touched on a few things, but I just want to highlight some other things that we're so excited about. I'm incredibly proud of the work of this council and our incredible staff. We achieved a budget surplus while continuing to invest in our community, demonstrating strong fiscal stewardship and thoughtful decision-making. We adopted our first ever active transportation plan, expanding opportunities for safe and connected mobility throughout the city. We increased our Senior Wheels program by 94%, supporting independence and quality of life for our older residents. And we made meaningful progress in street maintenance, covering 34 miles of residential roadway, continuing to prioritize the infrastructure of our community relies on every day. These accomplishments are not just milestones. They're a foundation on which the next phase is built. The 2026 updated plan thoughtfully responds to the evolving needs of our community while building on that strong foundation. It prioritizes fiscal responsibility, public safety, infrastructure, environmental stewardship, and the quality of life that makes Laguna Niguel such a special place to live, work, and raise a family. My sincerest appreciation goes to our city manager, assistant city manager, and our incredibly dedicated staff. Your expertise, insight, and day-to-day commitment to excellence are what turns this plan into meaningful action for our residents. As we adopt this update, we are not just setting priorities. We are reaffirming our promise to be thoughtful stewards of this community. We are investing in a future that is resilient, responsive, and reflective on the values of Laguna Niguel. I'm excited about what lies ahead and confident in our ability to deliver on this vision together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Councilmember Otto.
Thank you so much. Well, this is such a great process that we go through. This is how we make our dreams a reality in Laguna Niguel. Without a plan, you can't make your dreams a reality. So this is a fantastic process that we go through. And our staff has hit it out of the park again. And I'd just like to review a few fun things that I enjoyed hearing about besides some of those top-level things. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming initiatives that I'm excited about. So some fun things that happened last year or that may be happening. A lot of people are excited and may not know that the Trader Joe's is moving to half of the former Bed Bath & Beyond space. I know I talked to residents about that, and they're super excited about that. We've planted 150 trees in wetland areas, and I think 65 more trees. We now have a level 3 supercharger EV charging station up and running here in City Hall, and that was responding to resident requests. So thank you for being responsive to our residents. And Human Services housed 30 individuals and had over 300 direct service calls with seniors. And that is really a testament to the compassion that we use here in Laguna Niguel with regard to that. Our PAC team, we have the highest number of volunteers than any other contracted city with OC Sheriff. And so thank you to our residents for their volunteerism, and thank you for organizing them. So that's a great benefit. And for those of you who don't know what PACT is, it's a volunteer group that helps support our OC sheriffs. And then I'm really excited that the summer trolley expansion, that northern route, has been successful. So those were some of the highlights for me. Moving forward into this year, I'm really excited that staff is pursuing the FRRCL designation that will add Laguna Niguel to be a fire risk reduction community on the fire risk reduction community list. Hopefully by 2028 we will get there, and we will hopefully residents will see, hopefully they'll see a reduction in their property insurance bill as a result of this designation. I'm excited that our finance department is utilizing AI to better help budget, invoice, and manage our contracts in a more streamlined and efficient way. So thank you, Director Archelius, for that work. I'm excited for the brush study results that are coming here in the spring, so we can help keep our community more fire safe. Excited for connecting our trails, making our trails more connected and filling in some of those gaps in our community. And also excited about, and this is a priority for me, making our city more connected, having better connectivity. a lot of people have trouble with their Wi-Fi, and I get that comment a lot. And so I'm really excited that we're going to be working towards that goal of increasing connectivity for our residents, especially with a lot of residents that work from home. Finally, a couple other things. I'm excited about the website redesign, so thank you for your work on that. That's going to enhance our user interface for all of our residents. And I am excited about the Olympic marketing plan. That's going to bring some fun community spirit, hopefully, and also increase traffic to our Laguna Niguel businesses, and then we'll increase our sales tax revenue. So great job to everybody. Thank you to listening to our residents and to listening to council members and putting it all in one document so that we can provide great service to our residents. So thank you so much.
Great, thank you. And again, staff, the directors, every one of you have done a great job, as usual, every year with this strategic plan. It's long hours and a lot of work on your part, but it is what makes our city stand out. We are on top of this. We know what is needed, and we have a plan to get there. So I truly appreciate everything that you guys and your staffs do, so thank you. Let's see. Do I have a motion to approve the 2026 strategic plan update? Have a motion, a second, please vote. And motion carries. This concludes our discussion items for this evening. We will now move on to City Council, City Manager, and Department reports. I'll start with Councilmember Winstead.
All right, thank you. I wanted to mention that in recognition of Women's History Month, Assemblymember Lori Davies and County Supervisor Katrina Foley honored women who make a difference in their communities, including some of our very own hometown heroes. So congratulations to each and every woman who was recognized. Also, Capistrano USD is having a career fair upcoming at Aliso Niguel High School on Monday, March 23rd. You don't have to RSVP. It's from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So please consider attending and parents, bring your kids, ideally high school age, so that they can meet some of the businesses that are in the community and see what kind of careers might motivate them. And then last, great news, the city's adopted sailors aboard the USS Stockdale are on their way home. So yeah, happy that they're coming home to their families. That's it.
They were delayed quite a few times.
They were, so we're
happy that they're finally able to come.
yeah, and
back home.
I'm happy that I can share that information. So it's this.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go to Councilmember Genoway.
Just want to give a quick shout out to the Laguna Niguel Youth Committee. The Pizza with Police event a couple Fridays ago was a tremendous success. A lot of students showed up, a lot of deputies showed up, a lot of pizza was eaten at Ballpark Pizza. It's a hometown classic. So just want to thank the Youth Committee. They did a great job organizing the event and promoting the event on social media, filming videos and putting out flyers and everything like that. So great job, Youth Committee. Thank you.
And Councilmember Otto.
Thank you. Yeah, it is March is Women's History Month, and we've been celebrating some really incredible women this month. And Assemblywoman Lori Davies had her Woman of the Year event, which was a great event. And then also Orange County Supervisor Katrina Foley. I attended both of those. I'd like to name some of our Laguna Niguel women. Some of them live and work here in Laguna Niguel. Assemblymember Davies recognized Senator Pat Bates, our chair of our Military Sport Committee, Melissa Caldwell, Teresa Ford and Kathleen Pryor for their work with Blesson, former Mayor Elaine Genoway, Dana Point Chamber President Vicki McMurchie. So congratulations to all of those women for being nominated. And then Supervisor Foley recognized nominees were Agnes McGlone Swanson, Shani Muslehi, Gigi Medhat, and Jamie Russell, Melissa Waters for her environmental activism, and again, Teresa Ford and Kathleen Pryor for their work with Blesson. And then our very own Amber Gregg, who works in the city, was also a nominee. So congratulations to all the women. You truly make our world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Jennings.
Thank you. I just want to highlight our youth committee as well for the Pizza with Police, and to our deputies. I thank you so much for all being there. Our sergeant was there, our chief was there. Thank you for interacting with our kids and our youth. I think it was the biggest turnout we've ever had. And one of the Instagram posts reached over 11,000 at our last youth committee meeting for Pizza with Police. So they really are doing a wonderful job, and we're so proud of them, and it was such an honor to be there. And I just really appreciate your deputies' time and being there and connecting with our kids. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you. I was there too, and the deputies went above and beyond. They didn't just sit there and hang out. They actually got engaged with these young people and really talked to them, and it was a great event, so thank you. Okay. In recognition of Women History Month, I want to extend my sincere thanks to the incredible women of the Laguna Niguel City staff and my fellow council members. Your leadership, professionalism, and dedication to public service strengthens our city every day. We are grateful for your contributions and the examples you set for the future generations. So thank you all so very, very much for what you do every day. And I'll end with a happy St. Patrick's Day, wishing our dedicated staff and entire community a day filled with good cheer, good health, and a little bit of Irish luck. So that will conclude my statements. City Manager Letourneau, do we have any reports tonight?
No reports this evening, Mayor.
Thank you. Seeing there are no reports, we are now adjourned at 7:37. Thank you and have a great evening.